Hi, my name is Ashley Chitwood, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the Grief Support Network and how it came into my life and a little bit about my story. So, my name is Ashley Chitwood. I currently reside in Laramie, Wyoming. However, I heard about Grief Support Network when I was living in Boulder, Colorado, probably a couple years ago, I suppose. I had moved to Boulder shortly after my dad passed away. He died June 8th in 2019. And that's how really my story started. My dad died unexpectedly. He was my superhero, my Superman, my greatest cheerleader, and I lost him. And the grief was so overwhelming. I've experienced divorce, I've experienced miscarriage, changing of jobs, you name it, loss of friendships, that type of thing. But losing my dad was an experience that I don't think I ever anticipated feeling or experiencing. And I have my sisters and my mom and my brother-in-law, and I had a counselor at the time, but it just didn't feel like it was enough, that I was ever going to really get over grief, which come to find out you never really get over it. You just learn to process and work with some tools and ways to allow your daily life to be better. I came about Grief Support Network in a way that I actually don't recall, but what I remember seeing was the options for support. There was 6 weeks, and there was 6 months, and there was 9 months, and I remember giggling at the time. I'm so thankful for the humor that existed, but I remember thinking 9 months. I mean, I have to go all in for a 9 month program because I don't think I'm ever going to be okay again. And if 9 months is the longest I can go, it's probably at least the minimum I'm going to need to be okay in this world after my dad passed. And so I signed up for the 9 month program. I was a little bit nervous. I was nervous knowing that I was going to go in and be with other grievers. I knew that it was going to be a place that I was going to be emotional, to face those things. I didn't know how much yoga I needed to know or meditation, but I went anyways because I was desperate to continue to add to my toolkit of options to process the grief and to find a way to support the pain mentally, physically, spiritually that I was feeling after losing my dad. And I started the 9 month program. It was in 2020 in February. So we were able to meet in person just for a little bit before COVID hit America, and we took everything online. And I will say that the relationships and the impact that this program had on my ability to process and get through my days, and quite frankly, find joy and gratitude again in life when I really thought it was over once my dad passed, was just really powerful. And I really hope that anybody who experiences loss, like my mom tells me, someone's grief journey starts every single day. And the Grief Support Network is there for anyone across the country, across the globe, to sit in a community of other grievers, to really be heard and seen in what is the unimaginable loss for anyone. All of our losses are different. No one really knows how each individual feels. However, our own experiences allow you to be in a space to somewhat understand the depths of the pain other people experience. And there's healing in that group setting. There's healing in knowing that there's life after loss through this support. So I want to thank the Grief Support Network for showing up in my life when it did. I'm so passionate about the Grief Support Network that I continued my journey after the 9 month program. I became a facilitator of the work. So now I am a certified facilitator to offer my own programs for the community, in my community, even here in Laramie, Wyoming. And I took it a bit further and joined the board. And I am supporting the marketing and fundraising committee for Grief Support Network and continuing the fundraising and marketing to ensure that the Grief Support Network continues to expand well outside of the city of Boulder, but across the nation, across the globe, for anyone who's looking for this type of support. So thank you, Grief Support Network, for finding me when I needed you most. It's been a monumental step in my life, and I want to thank my dad. Because if it wasn't for the great love that he had for me, and what he showed in his life of giving to others, sitting in this position of helping others, supporting others through loss wouldn't have been possible. So speak about grief to gratitude. I would give any of it all back if I could have my dad again. But since I don't have the power to do that, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and my purpose resides in helping others who are experiencing this grief. So thank you, Grief Support Network.